right. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. All right. S.P.C. stands for several things. One is secure, protect, contain. S.P.C. is also secure party creditor. Mm, right? Secure, protect, contain, secure party creditor. Some people put it to the S.P.C. lore of some S.P.C. character. What do they call it? The furry people. They have this thing, S.P.C. What is it? Oh no, never mind. SCP. Um, let me see. Oh yeah, there it goes. SCP characters that people have. So, anyways, I'm not surprised to see certain things here and certain themes played out. So, anyways, now you can talk about icebergs and all these other things, but at the end of the day, all right, you are a creator, so you decide what you're going to do with your life and where you're going to go. So, anyways, there is a war game that is known as, let's see. The reason I'm going to tell you guys why I like the meaning secure. What's intriguing about the abbreviation SPC when it comes to both secure party creditors and secure, protect, contain. All right. Because if you think about it, when you are okay, the event is called JPMRC, and this is a event where you have a 3rd Infantry Brigade combat team, known as the Bronco Brigades or Blue 4, against an opposing force, Op 4, played by another brigade of Army soldiers in a sprawling war games exercise held across the Hawaiian Islands. Now, of course, you know there's going to be a lot of macho man there, and specifically what caught my attention here was when this one guy said he mag dumped onto someone. Yeah, okay, mag dump. They didn't die because they do a force on force game, so you're still supposed to call your shots, but those things hurt, right? They can make you bleed. So, anyways, you got this guy who mag dumps, and you know that can tie into so many areas of the sacred sexual energy, all right, and the survival energy and where it's being used, which ties into the energy of being a creator um, or expanding or contracting. All right, now all these things, energy in general, plays a big role in this. Now, the reason I like both terms is because it reveals a lot. Okay, you can even put it into a story where this SPC character who is so wanting to mag dump on somebody, he is SPC because they needed to secure, protect, and contain his mind, his energy, all right, that could have possibly created a war. See, the point of these games and these combat games is to prevent war, but it's also to recognize the strength in everybody, all right? It's also to recognize the might of everyone. Okay. Now, in relationships, you have power exchanges. Okay. And these power exchanges, okay, some say it could be from more uh, submissive to more in control. But at the end of the day, I want to bring that more into a perspective of more protective. Who is the more protective? Because it's not about controlling over others. It never is. Okay. Right. There are people who are with this BDSM, for example, and their mindset goes into this concept of power over another. And yeah, but you know what? At some point, you recognize that power over another is never really true until you have power over yourself, because power over another is shared power. So even if someone is giving the power, okay, or someone is receiving and the other one is giving or showing the power, okay, showing their might, displaying their power or their knowledge, and remember, love is expressed in so many ways, right? This all stems from the many different ways that love expresses its capabilities to create and to also nurture. All right. So, what do these war games nurture? These war games nurture that warrior spirit that wants to protect, but that wants to feel special. Lots of people will enter these branches of military because they want to feel recognized. All right. I remember I used to want to do that. I used to want to feel recognized by other people. Then I said, fuck what other people think. For real. Fuck what other people think. I get recognition and I don't get recognition. I get the best of both worlds. So who cares? All right. But a lot of people enter these military branches because they want to feel this recognition and they have that warrior spirit, which is totally fine. Okay. And there's a place for all of that. Now, the good thing, again, about these exercises is that they're made to prevent wars. I say take it a step further and bring the opposing force, quote unquote, in this case, someone who thinks it's China, and bring someone else who thinks, oh, it's America. Let's put those two together in a one-on-one battle, see what's up. We'll watch the games and let's place our bets, huh? I think that'd be a great idea. I am working on something like that, so if you guys want to be a part of that, you can email me, all right? Because there are a lot of moving pieces, and oh my God, I need help. Yeah, this is not an easy project to manage, but I want it. I can see it's a tremendous potential for epic fun all over, and more importantly, a global unity that, I mean, there already is a global unity, but man, that global unity combined with a warrior spirit that everyone is willing to protect each other and all of life. Ooh, now we're on the level of ain't no extraterrestrials going to attack this earth anymore, or even try to come attack. Either way, now we can move into those games. Even that gets interesting. Endless creation, right? So, anyways, that's what's interesting about secure, protect, contain. Now, how it relates to secure party creditor. Hello, you are the creditor. What you have to realize is that, again, I've mentioned it in some of my other videos, okay, when it comes to talking about law, okay, understanding what's going on, all right, and beginning to understand what's going on and breaking away and really tapping into that infinite power. There's lots of people and spiritualists who say abundance is your birthright. Yes, it is, to a very, very, very high degree. So much to a high degree that you should not be needing the money. The money, if you actually look at how the money functions, it's all a freaking utopia. It's never ending. So everyone is essentially rich. You're living on heaven. And like I said before in the other videos, you have forgotten. So what? That's why there are certain secure, protect, and contain protocols for spirits that have forgotten and beings that have forgotten that embody negative energy. Yeah, we're talking about population control on a higher level, but on the level that is not about control, more about nurturing the process of every individual. So we're not playing with little minds here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're playing on a very, very highly spiritual level. Okay, and we have to understand the responsibility to share the wisdom and to provide avenues for all energies that need to transmute, come together, and rejoin the source. The source being love and infinite creativity, because it never ends, and customization is endless. I'll say that again. Customization is endless. See, the thing about these war games, whether it's military funded or not, is that these war games, people play war games all the time, and the camaraderie that that brings is amazing. Now, touching back again on secure party creditor. Again, if you think about secure party creditor and the term also secure, protect, contain, you are securing and protecting your assets. You are securing what is already yours. You are containing it. A lot of us just give it away in a way where we don't even, we've given it away in a way where we have not recognized that we have it. Okay, once you recognize that you do have it, okay, then you start doing the necessary studies. You start filling out the paperwork that you need to fill out. Whatever steps you need to take in order to secure all that funding that you need, you start doing it, be it online, in person. There's a lot of stuff you can learn online. So either way, there's still actions you need to take. You have to secure. You have to secure the abundance. You have to secure your estate. Okay, and the estate of all and each individual and collective is to be able to live peacefully, abundantly, and creatively and expressively. Okay, that is what is a spirit. That is what this, you could say, school is. All right, it's a school, and it's also it's also a nurturing mother. All right, we'll just put it that way. It's a nurturing being. Okay, mother or father, either way, no limit. All right. So, anyways, y'all, I hope that helps you guys out. And I hope that encourages you, spiritualists out there who are still learning about the importance of understanding what the private sector is and what the public sector is, how the government actually operates, how money actually moves. Hopefully, that inspires your spiritual side to get your feet grounded and recognizing that there are certain processes you still have to look into. It's not just wishful thinking. Okay, it's not just wishful thinking. We can get to that point, but in the meantime, there is a process of how everything functions. When you understand how everything functions, maybe we can simplify it together even further. Until then, continue to learn what you need to learn. All right, get online, get your nose in those books, listen to the audio files, join the webinars. Okay, and keep true to your vision. All right, to your dreams. We're all here to live our best lives, help each other elevate. Okay, and be wise with who you associate. Okay, remember, not everyone has to go with you at the same time, the same moment. Everyone's already here. If you, technically speaking, ask me, I would technically say everyone's already here in the infinity. Anyways, namaste, y'all. Peace. If you'd like to support, by the way, I'm gonna leave my email for those of you who want to join me on the mega project. We're bringing some more of these combat games to everyday folk, and they can earn too. Oh, and man, it's gonna be so much fun. Game developers, we need you on this one as well if you'd like to join. And also, if you'd like to support, you guys can always send something to the Cash App for now, and we will continue from here on in. Here on out. Peace.